Hey guys, today's video I'll be talking about how to be ready for a relationship or what you should do on your own before you actually share your life with someone else. The first thing I want to tell you is find out who you are. Do you really know who you are? I don't think so. Like you can probably know your name and few characteristics and few likes and dislikes and all that, but if you actually sit for an hour or so and ask yourself, what do you really like? Who are you really? What are your flaws? What do people hate about you? What do people get, or what do you do that pisses people off or makes people happy? What is your unique selling point? What is your USP? Who are you? Why should you be with anybody? Why should anybody choose you? So all these questions are not questions that we have asked ourselves, right? We are just living by the day, and we date people, and it gets bad, and then we move on. So we just follow this cycle without actually understanding who we are. So if you ask who Maya is, I'll say someone who loves to find happiness in every possible thing, who loves to always see the brighter side than the bad side, and somebody who tries to find solutions. So I'm very particular about that. If I know a situation is going into an argument, I will make sure that it comes back. So I am a person who likes to do all that, but at the same time my anger has gotten me into trouble. So my anger is something that people hate, because when I normally talk, it's just my eyes go like this and people think I'm angry. So the smile is a is on purpose to get that anger off my face and make my self relaxed. I have pissed people off with my stubbornness. I have pissed people off with my rebellious character. So these are things that I need to work on before I actually dump it on another human being. So I've been single. I've been working on that because I don't want to get into a relationship and that person having to suffer everything that my I'm coming with, my baggage and everything. So I need to clear that first, and you need to do that as well. So find out who you are, what ticks people off, what do you do that ticks people off and all that. Write it down. See, when you think about it, you get 100 million thoughts that are just vague. Writing it down gives you clarity. So write down points that says, who am I, my flaws, my weaknesses, my strengths, what do I do to make people happy. Write everything. Write your USP. You won't believe how crazy that is. My USP, or my, it's not unique selling point, it's more like what makes me unique is, you can't make me angry. That is the best part of being with me. Like, try as you might, you can try. I'll probably cut you off, but I will not affect, or I mean, I'll not get affected, or put that out and all that. So I'm a solution finder. And yeah, so find out what makes you unique. So this is the first thing. Second thing, write down what do you want from a person. See, often I've heard women, like, I'm tired of women hearing, I mean, telling this line, I want somebody who's tall, dark and handsome. I want someone like Barun Dhawan. I want someone to sweep me off my feet. Like, why all those vague stuff? You're going to live for like 40-50 years with this person. Why would you just want these three characters alone? Go deeper. Right? Stuff like, for me, I want a person who's a vegetarian. So this, people can be like, okay, why can't he be a non-vegetarian? And like, you can be, it's just my choice. I Whenever I am looking at a person or something, these are the things that I look at. So I want a person who's a bit spiritual, who understands stuff that I talk, who is open minded to so many things, so many explorations. Actually, I don't care if, even if they are meat eaters, but deep within, if that person is a vegetarian, it'll be great. Someone who's working out, someone who's healthy, someone who's very, very, very respectful towards women, someone who understands that women, came from a different background, so they need that freedom and that, respect. So these are the things that I want. But I wouldn't go and tell anybody that, what, these are things I want and check, check, check. No, I don't do that. But I have written it down for my clarity as to what I want. Because half the time, what we do is we are okay. For example, we have 10 things in our checklist, and the person whom we like has like crossed out 5. We are okay with dating that person without realizing that the other 5 still, it lingers in your heart, like, but he's not this, he's not that. So I know people where they've checked out so many things, but sometimes they'll be a chauvinist, sometimes a patriarch, sometimes they're just too dominating, but all the other things will be filled. That doesn't mean you have to go date them. So the second thing is, Don't just date anybody who fills one or two. Write down exactly what you want and date only that person who has checked all those things. So there, see, during this journey there'll be so many people who come and tell, oh, if you are being this rigid and stubborn you won't get anybody. Guess what, it's fine. In 7 billion people there's at least few people who match your entire checklist. Wait for that person. Don't just jump into anybody, or just because they fill two or three of your checklist. Write down your checklist as deep as possible. He should be kind towards his mother. He should not, have a loving relationship with his siblings. He should be working in this sector. Right. Don't talk about looks and that and this. See, that is secondary. Looks will automatically match up, but write about the values of this person, about all these things. So go deep and write. First finding out who you are, and the second is finding out what do you like in a person. You are going to be having kids with this person, having dinners with this person, going on dates, living your life, doing everything with this person. So why not exactly find out what you like and write. And the third thing is how much you can tolerate. See, we all have our thresholds. Okay, so find out what all you can tolerate. For example, I can tolerate the fact that this person is super busy and has a happening life, and is very business oriented and work oriented and is a workaholic. I can tolerate that because I'm like that. Some people can't. So some females, they want the guy to always spend time with them and always. I'm not like that. For me, it's like once a day or once a week. If we spend time and feel like hi bye, I'm great, because I understand right now work comes first. People, they're there, but work comes first because you're building ourselves. So for me, that is my tolerating. That's what I can tolerate. I can tolerate them not texting for a long time or not giving me the importance right now, because I know they're building their stuff. So I'll not demand their attention or something. I can tolerate the fact that I'm an independent person, so I don't need people to take care of me or do stuff for me. So I can tolerate if he's not very attentive and all that. I would like it, but I can tolerate it. So find out what you can tolerate. Some people can tolerate anger. I can't. I can't deal with an angry person because it's just not me. So I don't want such a person. So find out what you can tolerate. Can you tolerate someone being amazingly kind and nice to you but is not very wealthy? Can you tolerate that the person is super wealthy and super rich and can provide you anything you want but is rude and arrogant to, workers and servers and all that? So find out what you can tolerate. This is very important. Finding out who you are, finding out what you like, and finding out how much or what you can tolerate. Only after you have a clear idea about all these three things, then go date. Then find someone. When someone comes and approaches, see if they match this checklist. If they don't even match even a single thing, don't get into that relationship knowing it is going to end. I know half of you do that. Don't do that. So let me know and share it with people who are just jumping from relationships to relationships. Tell them about this technique and ask them to follow it. I think again for the rest of the December, and let me know.